Welcome to Nelson Golf and Country Club. I'm Gordon Crossman, golf professional here. Today is the start of a series of golf tips that we're going to run weekly throughout the summer. We're going to include the basics with grip, stance, piston shots, side hill lies, sand traps, all kinds of goodies that will hopefully help your game. If you have any special shots or any questions, you can call me at the golf shop, 353-5913. Let's get started today. How's that? Good. Okay, first series, we're going to do grip, stance, and body motion. Now, there are three grips. There's a baseball grip, a 10-finger grip. If ladies or children or some men with small hands may have to use this grip.
Had it locked up, yeah.
Okay, the first session today, we're going to start with the golf grip, and there's three grips. There's a baseball grip, 10-finger grip. Children, ladies with small hands, some men with small hands may have to use this grip. The only problem with this grip is the hands tend to fight against each other if they're normal size. Now, the most popular grip is the overlapping grip, where the baby finger lays on top, the other fingers are close together, and the hands work as a unit. There's another grip that is used that's called an interlocking grip, and the fingers just slide together here, and the other fingers are close together. Now, when you grip the club with the left hand, first of all, very important, the face of the club should be pointing towards your target. And that is the leading edge should be at a right angle to your target line. Okay, now set the club on the ground so the face is pointing directly to your left. Now with the left hand, it's like shaking hands with a club. Slightly on top so that the club gets across the palm, under the pad, the fingers wrap around, and the thumb lays down the right side of the grip. So the V formed here will go towards your right shoulder. Now if you're gripping the club correctly in the palm of your left hand, then you should be able to support the club like so. Butt ends under the fatty portion, and your finger is hooked underneath the grip. Wrap the fingers around, lay the thumb down the right side of the grip. Now never grip the club right at the end, because you're losing some of the control. Grip down a little bit like so. Now with the right hand, it's like slapping the club. The grip is mainly in the fingers. You hook the fingers under the grip, lift the baby finger up, slide the other fingers close together, lay the baby finger down, fold the right hand over the left thumb so it fits right in that pocket, and let the right thumb lay down the left side of the grip. The V formed here will point towards your right shoulder. Now if you were to open your hands, the palms should face each other, like so. I see a lot of bad grips where the right hand is underneath here, and when you come into the ball, it closes the face and the ball will go along the ground or to the left. So have that right hand right here, just like you're slapping the club, and if you open the hands, the palms should face each other. Pressure in the left hand is the last three fingers on the left hand. Hold on to the club like you're squeezing toothpaste out of a tube. Just enough pressure so the paste will ooze out, just enough pressure so you've got control of the club. You don't want a death grip. If you're real tight here, all the muscles of the arm, the upper part of the body is very tense, and your swing will look very rigid. So you want to be comfortable in the swing. So the pressure in the last three fingers of the left hand, the right hand is the two middle fingers, and it's very light. All it's doing is just controlling the club very slightly. The other fingers are guiding the club. Now when you set up, club should be an extension of the left arm. You don't want this sort of thing or this sort of thing, but right reasonably in line with the left arm. The right hand, because it's soft, the right arm should be very soft too, and the right shoulder, like so. Okay, now one thing that's very important in the swing is that you need a center to work around. I'm sure you've heard the saying, keep your head still. Well, the actual center is a spot in your throat, the upper part of the spine. You want to swing around this area so that your head is reasonably still. You don't want this sort of thing with the upper part of the body because you'll miss the ball, you'll hit it all over the place. So try and keep this reasonably still and let the shoulders turn around this spot. Now, in the setup, You want to be parallel to your target line. Now I've got clubs on the ground here. They're like a railway track. The ball is on one track, your toes are touching the other track. So your feet are parallel to your target line. You have your grip. Club's an extension of the left arm. That right side is very soft. So now your shoulders are parallel to your target line. If you are very tense with the right side and gripping tight with the right, this whole right side is going to be out front and your shoulders are pointing away from your target line. So set up so the right side and right shoulder is sort of laying back and is very soft and passive, like so. Now, posture, you want to bend at the waist, bend the knees a little bit, just like you're going to sit on a stool, like so. So you've got some spring in the body. The weight is even between the heels and sole. You want to be on your toes because when you swing the club, you'll fall forward, and vice versa. If you're on your heels, you'll fall back. So have your weight even, just like you're going to sit on a stool. You want to be very comfortable in your setup. Let the arms hang down from your shoulders, and you can reach very slightly for the ball. You don't want this sort of thing or in here, but be comfortable over the ball. Now, when you swing the club back, I'm keeping it very simple, and these are main points. When you swing the club back, you want to swing the club back along the target line, up over the shoulder, through the ball, over this shoulder. So it's more up over the right shoulder, through over the left shoulder. So it's a very upright swing. Swing like a Ferris wheel, not like a merry-go-round. Merry-go-round is like this sort of thing. You'll hit the top of the ball, you may even miss it. Now, to make it easier, when you swing the club, let the body do a little bit of work for you. Now, the problem with a lot of golfers, they may swing the club back real well, get up here, set real well, and then they swing from the top, and they don't use their legs. You must use your body to make it a more comfortable swing, and also using the hips and legs will give you distance and direction. So when you swing the club back, let the left heel come off the ground, so the shoulders turn, the hips turn, the left knee points in behind the ball slightly, and you can release the left heel a little bit. You're in this position. Now you reverse that body motion, so left heel down, the right heel releases, and then the club will come through to a high finish. So you're getting some rocking motion here. Keep this still. Left heel, right heel. Left heel, right heel. Any sport that you have to put any force into a shot like tennis or throwing a baseball, use your body. You don't throw a baseball flat-footed and try and throw it at the home plate. You use your body, you step into it, you release that back foot. So do the same in golf, but you're doing it sideways. Now the swing is a nice, smooth tempo. You don't want to try and swing hard. The more you use your body, the more distance you can achieve to a point. Another problem with a lot of golfers is that they try to power it with the upper part of the body. So use your hips and legs to your advantage. Now, with the irons, the ball is positioned about 3 inches off the left heel. Now, this is the modern setup. Traditional setup was to move it back in your stance and open up your stance. There's nothing wrong with that, but the modern setup, excuse me, was position the ball about 3 inches off the left heel. If I was hitting a 2 or 3 iron, my stance would be like so. If I was hitting a shorter club, a 9 or a wedge, ball's still positioned in the same spot, but I just make the adjustment with my right foot. My stance isn't as wide. Now you can read a book and it'll say, take your stance shoulder width apart. The only problem with that is that a few years ago I taught a gentleman who had shoulders like this and he had legs about like this. So it wasn't beneficial to him. What I tell my students is take a stance that you feel comfortable with, like you're standing talking to someone. And that's very important. It is to be comfortable over the ball. The biggest problem in golf is tension. You're trying to hit it up in the air, you're trying to hit it close to the flag, you're trying to outdrive your buddy, and the tension is when you start gripping tight and your muscles freeze up. So be comfortable, keep the head still, use your body, and swing nice and smooth. You don't have to swing very hard. You have lots of clubs in the bag. If you need more distance, you change clubs. You get a longer club. Nice and smooth. Get extension going through. When you swing the club out like you're trying to touch the target. Don't try and steer it out this way, but get some extension going through. So you've got your grip, keep the head still, swing the club up over the right shoulder, through over the left shoulder. Use your hips and legs to make the body move towards your target. I think that should do it for today. Thank you. See you next week.
Oh, well, it was 12 minutes or what?
You're going like this, and I was one. First of all, today I'm going to show you the difference between clubs. I have a full set of clubs here, and a golfer just starting out, they do not need a full set of clubs. So a starter set, a 7-piece set is quite sufficient to start the game. But on a full set of clubs, you have a 2-iron, for example, and a 9-iron. You can see that the lower the numbers, the longer the club. You can see the difference right here. This is the 2, this is the 9. The lower the number, the straighter the face. And when you hit the ball with the 2-iron, the ball's going to take off low and then climb, and you're driving it, you're forcing it this way. To go to the other extreme, one of the shorter clubs, a 9-iron, the face has quite a bit of loft on it. So when you hit the ball will take off like this. It hits, rolls off the face, and then you get a high flight. Now, the difference in distance depends on the individual. Myself, I hit a 2-iron about 235 yards. I hit a 9-iron about 120 yards. A 9-iron for a lot of golfers might be only 75 yards. But I know the difference in the distance for myself. Now, here's the number 5-iron. You can see the difference in length there. So you've got 2, 5, and 9. The longer the club, the more sweeping through you're going to get, and you're going to hit the ball low and long. Now, also, the same is also true for the woods. I've got my little gorilla friend here. It's number 1 wood. Has a good sized head on it. And I carry a number 4 wood. Mr. Panda here. The size of the head is smaller. The length, lower the numbers, longer the club. So number 1, number 4. You see the size of the head. 1 is much bigger, the 4 is a little smaller. The angle of the face, 4 is greater. The difference in distance between these 2 woods for myself can be about 60 yards, 50, 60 yards. The swing's the same with all the clubs. You don't have to change the swing because you're hitting the longest club, the number 1 wood. You swing it the same way as with the number 9-iron. The best thing to concentrate is on your hands. When you swing the club back, swing your hands up into this position. Now we're going to go on to the grip, stance, and posture.